In today's blog, I'm going to be talking about how to get up early so you can improve your work-life balance. Hi, my name is Caroline. I'm founder of Babyproof Your Life, author of Babyproof Your Career, and it's my pleasure today to talk to you about how to get up early so you can improve your work-life balance. Now, this video is part 2 of a 12-part video series that I've dedicated to helping you to improve your work-life balance. Now, in part 1, I talked about the importance of mindset, to getting in the right mindset for using the tools and strategies and tips that I'll be sharing with you on how to improve your balance. Now, if you missed that video, then please do go back and watch it, because mindset is absolutely essential. Getting that bit right is fundamental to making the best use of the tools and tips I'm going to be sharing with you. So back to today's video, how to get up earlier. Now, why, I hear you ask, why on earth would I want to get up even earlier than I have to get up already? And it's a fair question, because you know what? It is a challenge. But guess what? It's a challenge that's absolutely worth rising to. And here is why. There are 3 key benefits that I want to share with you. Number 1, you get me time. Do you remember me time? That precious ideal that you feel you don't have enough time for, that you complain there's not enough time in your life to fit in. Well, when you get up earlier than you need to, you have claimed a critical part of the day just for yourself. Benefit number 2 is you make better decisions, because in that very precious hour or 45 minutes in the morning that you have gotten up and dedicated to yourself, you get to focus on what really matters, on what's important, and the decisions you make throughout the day, throughout the week, about what you say yes to, what you say no to, where you dedicate your time and your energy. They're all guided by what really matters. And you've got absolutely clarity on that because you've had that time in your mornings to really focus on what those matters, what those things are. Benefit number 3, it gives you such a sense of being in control. You know, one of the hardest things about working so hard and rushing around, being overwhelmed with all the things there is to do, is that feeling is that we're chasing the day. We're never in control. Well, when you get up early in the morning, that all changes. You feel that you are in control. So, okay, I hear you say, that's all very well. How do I do it? Here are my 4 tips on how to get up earlier. Tip number 1, start slowly. Now, your objective for getting the most out of this tool is to get up 45 minutes, maybe even an hour earlier than you have to start your day. Now, obviously, if you wake up tomorrow morning and try to immediately go to getting up an hour earlier, you are going to feel it. It's going to be really difficult. And within 2 or 3 days, most likely, you're going to give up on using this tool. I don't want that to happen. Best option is to start slowly. Set your alarm tomorrow for 10, maybe maximum 15 minutes earlier than you would normally set it, and get used to how that feels. Do it for a few days and kind of go through that discomfort, if you like, that we normally experience when we're changing something. And after a few days, you'll start to get used to it, and that's when you can start to increase that amount by 10 minutes at a time until you get to 45, 50, maybe even 60 minutes earlier every day. Tip number 2, never press snooze. Ever. The snooze button is not your friend. You're not going to feel any less tired 5 minutes later or even 10 minutes later. It's just going to make it harder and harder to get up. You're just prolonging the agony. Instead, make it a rule in your mind that you will never reach out your hand for that snooze button. Now, this is something I used to do years ago before I really learned the art of getting up early. And every now and then, even though I've sort of mastered it, the idea creeps into my head, and it did so this morning. But I lay in bed and I said, never press snooze ever. I have that mantra in my head. And you know what? It works every time. Tip number 3, follow the rules. Now, this extra time that you are carving into your day and finding in the morning is not an excuse for you to extend your working day. So these are the rules. No work, no news, and no technology. In other words, no phones, no emails, no iPads, nothing. This is really, really important because that time that we're carving out is for you. It's for the big picture, the things that matter. So what do I do with that time, I hear you say? I'm so glad you asked. Tip number 4 is have a routine. Now, what will that look like? Well, your routine can be anything that involves having the same drink every morning, going to the same space in your house every morning, and then structuring that extra time, that 45 minutes or an hour, or 15 minutes if you're just starting off, structuring that time to make the most of it, get the best use out of it. Now, if you're looking for ideas about what to do with that time, I highly recommend a book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. Now, in this book, he uses an acronym called SAVERS, which sets out the different things that ideally you would want to include in this precious time in the morning that you've carved out for yourself. Here's what it stands for. The S is for script. That means doing some writing in your journal, or I don't know, maybe a gratitude journal, recording your thoughts. Doesn't matter what you write, just that you write your thoughts down. The A is for affirmations. That means a positive statement of intention about something that you want to achieve. The most obvious thing being work-life balance. So writing as if it were already true in order to get those laws of attraction working for you and get your brain focused on what it is you are trying to achieve. The V is for visualization. That means putting images and colors and sounds to whatever that goal is. So for your work-life balance goal, really visualizing and seeing yourself being calm, managing your family life, managing your work life, and it all fitting together really smoothly. E is for exercise. Maybe you want to go out for a run, or you could just do some simple stretching or yoga inside your house. The R is for reading, the best bit ever. You know, all those books that you don't have time to read, or those articles that are piling up by your bedside you haven't got round to looking at yet. That's a perfect time in the morning, is for reading those things you'd love to read and don't have time for. And the final S is for silence. Taking time to just be still. You can call it meditating if you like, or just sitting quietly doing nothing. Slowing your thoughts down. It's harder than it sounds, but it's so important for gaining clarity and a sense of control over your day. So there you have it, my 4 tips for how to get up early to improve your work-life balance. And I'll just recap those for you. Number 1 was start slowly. Number 2 was never press snooze, ever. Number 3 was follow the rules. No work, no news, no technology. And number 4 was to have a wonderful routine. Coming up in part 3 of this work-life balance series is how to say no more often. Now, if you're really enjoying this work-life balance series, but you'd like to delve a little bit deeper and really start to apply these tips, these principles to your life, you may be interested in the Babyproof Your Career online course. It's for career women who know they want to have children in the future and are looking for a way to make work and family, well, work, and in a way that they can manage and enjoy. The Babyproof Your Career online course is all about how to set yourself up for success as a working parent. Great, that's all for now. I've loved delivering this video to you today. I hope you found it useful. Please leave your comments, engage with me, share your experiences of getting up early. I'd love to hear from you. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a fantastic, amazing, brilliant day.